Alright, I'll get another video up here of these are the Half Black Pastels I got from a friend of mine, a local breeder named Dan. He raises very nice fish. These, I forget where he got them from. I swapped them some of my Half Black blue purple things and sent him some fish food and some plants. But these are Half Black Pastels. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this line as, I'm going to keep it pure, but I'm also going to use some of them as some crosses. I'm going to try to do a cross of these to the snow white albinos. I think there's some similarities with the two, and I might be able to come up with a black-eyed version of the white, well, I can't call them albinos, but a black-eyed version of the white fish. But anyway, these are really nice example of what Half Black Pastel should look like. They obviously have a half black body. The saddle, as it's called, which is the top part of the body behind the head, I guess, has a little bit of the white in it, and the dorsal should be white and the tail should be white, but they're really not. I guess there's a line of half black whites, but these are half black pastels, as I always call them. The plant in the tank is a gigantic hunk of Java moss, which I'm going to have to spread out among a few other tanks soon because it's taken over. The fish are eating some live baby brine shrimp, and I haven't had babies from these yet, but there will be some probably within a few weeks, because they've apparently the line colors up a little bit late. I could tell the males from the females pretty early. The anal fin, which it would be in the female, had got pointed and turned into the gonopodium for the males, and then the color started. But they started as pastels, and the half black coloration didn't show up in the body until a little bit later, probably about 2 weeks ago. Like I said, I'm not sure how old these are. I kind of forget, but he sent them to me as 9 very young fish. You couldn't tell one from the other then, so I'm going to guess they were 3 or 4 weeks old. And I've had them for about 5 weeks now, maybe 6. I'll check my emails and see when they were shipped. But so far so good. I'm going to pull a couple of the better looking ones out and use as 2 pair of breeders of these to keep the line going. And what I'll do is I'll pick the ones with the best color and fin shape. That's going to be one of them, without a doubt. The other one is probably going to be this one. Now they do have like a little bit of a red dot behind the eyes, sorta. So that's really doesn't bother me. I think a lot of fish have that. I don't know what it actually is, but that's what it is. And this female, you can see, is filling up. So we'll just wanted to give you an update on these because I really haven't shown these yet, other than a brief glimpse with the fish room tour. And I'll probably get back and do part 3 in a couple of days, probably the next video, hopefully. But I'm kind of rearranging some tanks because I want to pick out better breeders of the firetail black Moscow things, and move a couple other fish tanks around. So anyway, that's the Half Black Pastels, and I'll continue the video with something that kind of looks somewhat related, the Santa Claus guppies. Alright, these are the Santa Claus guppies that I got from a really good seller off of eBay a while back. I did lose the original male after I did a water change. These are still the 3 original females. I did put in some live baby brine shrimp for them, so I got to keep them fattened up, and it kind of brings them all out for the video. So what I did is the first drop I got from one of the females was a very small one of ones that I found. I think it was 6, which is, sounds pretty low, but I'm going to assume they eat their babies when they can get to them. And the next drop I got was 2, which was a few weeks later, and oddly enough, I ended up with a male and a female. So they're in a separate tank. So I do that in case things kind of go really south with the original group of the fish. That way I always have a backup, because I really don't like to have to buy fish over again, and with all the fish in the tanks I have, I really can't justify buying any more fish. That would be pretty stupid. But anyhow, these are the Santa Claus Guppies, as they're called. Personally, I think they are a bit of either a Half Black Pastel, which is why they're part of this same video, or a variation on Half Black Reds. They probably have an extra gene of like a platinum or something in it. Now these, the males are just starting to color up. I think I ended up with 2 males and one that's probably 3 males and 3 females, which is pretty good. And you can see there's one small one there. Apparently they had a drop a few weeks ago of 1. So I put a lot more plants in the tank. That's thin leaf water sprite, and then the back is a wider regular leaf water sprite. Now I have 3 females. One is just looks like a Half Black Pastel female, has no color, no red color, orange color. The other one had, the other 2 actually have some orange, some black, and some white in the tail. Pretty fish. So I had to see what kind of babies I'll get out of them before I figure out which female I may pull. But after I lost the male, that pretty much negated that idea. So I think it was the female that had no black and reddish color that had the babies. As you notice from the ones that are males, you can see they have the orange in the tail. And I'm not sure if they'll get the orange dorsal, which I think a real version of the Santa Claus guppy should get. But the females are developing, and so far there's no other color. They're just white with a little touch of like a yellow. No black or red spotting or orange spotting. But you can see from the male that I'm trying to isolate that they seem to me to have like a half black body coloration that is a little bit overtaken by the white color, which in the old days we used to call the, without the red tail, we used to call that a German half black yellow. So anyway, I think they're closely related, maybe with an extra dose of a platinum gene or something. I'm really not good with genetics, other than I do a lot of crosses and figure things out for myself. So anyhow, that's what I got going with them. Like I said, I lost the original male. I did a water change. So I used to do 50% water changes once a week, and it's a little more work for me, but I've switched to doing like a 25% water change in the tanks about once every 9 days now. So I just, it's summertime. I used regular tap water, which from Philadelphia is probably super dosed in the summer. They don't tell you before they do stuff. They don't tell you after they do stuff. You just find some dead fish if you didn't handle things correctly with getting enough dechlorinator in it. And apparently I switched to prime because I need something besides dechlorinator because of whatever they put in the water. So anyway, that's what's going on with these. They're pretty sharp looking. They'll definitely get better looking. These males are young, and hopefully the adult females will stay alive for a while. They look pretty healthy, so I think I'll have them for a bit. and if the males can hit the adults, then we should have some way of keeping a line going, just in case I use the wrong female, because like I said, I don't know which one had the babies, because it was probably wiser that I separated them when I got them, since they were different. But anyway, that's it. If you have any questions about either line, let me know. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll just finish up the video with a little update on the Half Black Blues that I got from Dave Palunas, who is an IFGA judge and raises fantastic fish. I finally did get some babies out of the group here. You can kind of see them at the top. So obviously they're going to be coming out. I just fed these as well, the live baby brine shrimp, the sea monkeys. So you can kind of already see that their bellies are red or pink from eating the live baby brine shrimp, which is kind of the point of feeding that stuff. It's very good nutritionally for the fish. The movement spurs them on, and yeah, they kind of get eaten. So there's one of the large females. One of these two females had the babies. This one should be dropping fry pretty soon. The other one down there. So so far so good with this. Being able to keep this line going means obviously I'm going to need another tank for the babies to grow out. But I don't mind when it's such a high quality fish like this one. So it's good to finally get some babies out of them. Once again, the plant is a truly gigantic thin leaf water sprite. It's taken over the whole tank. I'm going to have to, when I do another water change, I'll pull the plant out and separate it down and put it into another 2 or 3 tanks, because the fish need some room. So anyway, thanks for watching. That'll wrap up the video, and I'll come back with another one in a few more days. Thank you so much. Any questions, feel free to ask. And once again, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate the comments. And thank you.